Hello, everyone, and welcome to Old World. We are live today. Playing a multiplayer game here. It is... Whoa, when did he jump up? Oh, that's the Ishtar Gate. 6 cities. Yeah, that makes about sense. That makes sense. Is double victory on? Let's make sure that double victory is not on. Okay, great. Don't have to worry about that. So yeah, let's take a look at where we're at here. We are on turn 41. If you're joining us live after the fact, if you're joining us after the fact, I might recap a couple of times as, players join into the stream here, but we're on turn 42. We do have access to 4 laws already, I believe. Yep, 4 laws. We have Constitution here. Not quite the civics yet, but we have navigation lined up. Civic Boost is still in the deck, which is always lovely. And yeah, so we're going to be seeing how things go. Just trying to make sure that the Discord no worries. Yeah, just trying to make sure that we are actually streaming live. Sometimes my YouTube doesn't show for me correctly, so also make sure I remove the echo before it starts. Still getting set up here. Just to bear with me for 1 second. If you're not live just yet, feel free to skip ahead by like 1 minute. Probably will be more sorted at that point. Here we go. Yeah, looks like we're good. All right. It is Babylon's turn now. The nations in play here are Alephrone, or however you say that name, as Babylon, 6 cities. Weaker primitive to me, 3 laws. He has founded Judaism. I got Zorro. And he's built a couple of wonders. Let's see what we got here. We have the pyramids, hanging gardens, and Ishtar Gate all in Babylon. And, excuse me, I secured the Jurwan Aqueduct early, which I think was a good grab here. I'm good with Simul. While yeah. Sorry. Tight as needed, and or just do turn order during conflict. Okay, so yeah, we have both players have 6 cities. I'm actually behind on 1 city by 5. I've just cleared this site. My barb sites I was a little slow on clearing, which I'm okay with. I also, fun fact, had a little bit of a dynastic shakeup. My starting ruler was a scholar, just recently died, and we had this really lovely 5 wisdom, pretty decent stat, magic practitioner tactician, take the throne. But as you can see, they did not make it through the year. It's literally the same turn they took the throne. This asshole killed her. So now we're dealing with a zealot, which, I mean, hey, I can't complain there. She is impious, but we kind of make up for that a little bit. We haven't adopted our state religion yet because I was prioritizing civics on laws. Also, if you're joining in the chat, I can see a couple people filtering in now. Just give me the luxury of a sound check if you don't mind. I appreciate that. What wonder do I want, by the way? I'm pretty sure I want to secure the Jebel here. Or maybe the Necropolis, but probably the Jebel. Babylon is already strong, so I'm worried about culture, which is why I'm thinking Necropolis. Necropolis would be a massive amount of culture to help compete with that. But Jebel, of course, is the Jebel, which is always a good get. So it can be a tough call. I have camel archers. I did a quick land consolidation beeline. 29, turn 29 for land consolidation. That's pretty smooth there. So I had some early aggression already. Moroten inexplicably... All right, I just realized that's a lie. Moroten had inexplicably sent a warrior across the map to harass me. Killed one of my warriors, but I had my horse archer, not my horse archer, my horseman alive just in time to do some stuff there. Let's see if I can see some. I'm trying to see what I can see over here in Babylon. There we go. Nice forest tucked away. What else do we got going on here? Family opinion. Probably the boost with 6, but I'm still waiting for my actual 4th law, so we'll wait on that a little bit. Settler coming out. Could get in position for this mine. Gonna build another camel launcher, although 3-turn officer. Both of my opponents are both weaker and primitive to me, so I'm kind of inclined to feel like just keep upping the power. But also that's, if you're playing long term, that's a good opportunity to take advantage of the fact that, like, I can invest in officers and I'll be very safe in this situation. So it could go either way on this, but I'm inclined to say, well, actually, no, screw it. I'll do another officer because barracks, that'll get me to 20 trading per turn quite nicely, and I like that as a benchmark. So I'll hit that benchmark. My economy is pretty solid. Come over here, and yeah. Fun times, fun times, fun times. What do I want to do in this city? I have a set. Oh, I did not move my settler this turn. I actually, like I said, I'm behind in cities, so next turn I need to prioritize moving a settler up. Let's not forget that. Just kind of getting back into the swing of things after a little bit of a break. What's next? So I have 2 settlers. I have 1 now. This one, yeah, and this one's ready. This one's going to be out next turn, so we'll do 2 landowner cities, and I'll start clearing this for a 4th. So I suppose I will actually, in fact, yes, build 1 more settler. Do I want it from that location? I believe so, because, yeah, that'll be the quickest. Great. All right, so that ends my turn. We're playing simultaneously at the moment with our friends, which is great. A voice in the dark. Let's see what we got. Ambition, spread religions. Interesting. That's doable. That's doable. I'll need to adopt, but that actually is doable. We're young enough to accept that, so I'll accept a manual spread ambition, I suppose. And really bummed that we did lose the Acolyte. Not the Acolyte, the Tactician. Just because I was really looking forward to doing stealth camel archers in the woods up here. But alas, the gods saw fit to punish me in my progress. Where am I at? Oh, cool. Looks like our friend in the north has no desire to have spies in his territory. It's a bit unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. We'll go ahead and put some honey in here. Honey is a preferred luxury of the landowner's family, so that'll slow that discontent rate down quite nicely. And I think that's pretty much our turn. There is a city site here. Obviously does not appear to be settled, so I kind of want to set, after navigation, I'm going to get a boat too, so I can bridge this gap. But also with these camels, I'm thinking I can clear this and then maybe send a camel or 2, since this is all arid and desert down here, to clear this by themselves. Moroten is right over here. Oh! Apparently Moroten is right over here. And there he is. So I could always come take this city. Let's take a look at how much damage it would do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So maybe I do that. Maybe I take that city, because I really like that idea of this being my territory. But I also think I should maybe just... Moroten, he's got 4 laws. Also weaker primitive. Both players are weaker primitives. So this could be a situation where I end up seeing a team up here. Because, I mean, I have one city less than them. Two now less than Moroten, but I seem to be in a better position. So once I expand up to this northern corridor, the northern forest, I suppose they will assess that I am a threat. Which makes me feel like I maybe should act a little early. Moroten's the easier target, it seems like, mostly just because he's closer, and again, I can just camel archer into this horrible territory, and he's just going to have a nightmare of a time dealing with me, especially if he tries to bring his unique unit against me. I'll just counter it. However, you know, Alephrone has 6 cities, 3 laws. He's Babylon, probably good science, the culture rate that we spoke about already. What wonders are at the end? Heliopolis, Hagia Sophia. So mostly Heliopolis would be one I'd worry about. Museum is also a worthwhile grab, I suppose. Museum actually would be quite nice in this city. So yeah, I have lots of options when it comes to wonders, I guess. But what do we think? We have about 7 of you in chat now. If you're curious, or if you have some suggestions or ideas or questions, certainly open to that. Thinking maybe I just come down here and take this with camels. But I feel like if I take that with camels, we'll also just immediately adapt into spears. Plus, I don't know what happens if you eliminate the host. If anybody knows what happens if you eliminate the host in free-for-all, feel free to let me know. 42, I'm literally just clearing this site like a couple turns ago. I went north, cleared into these woods. Again, I encountered a weird warrior all the way over here from Moroten for some reason. He killed my warrior, but then I killed his warrior. That was always fun. And then I decided I had a 3 iron sight up here. I think the game doesn't like when I play with I don't know that they're both Russian, but I think they're Russian adjacent. I think they're Eastern European. I don't think the game likes when I play with my Eastern European friends because they seem to disconnect every couple of, like every 10 minutes or so. But anyway, I found this awesome 3 iron sight, so I naturally made this my landowner's seat. And that's going to be a fantastic fun time. So in fact, let's go get this iron up and running. Let's get this iron up and running. And that's just going to be a delightful training hub soon. Whoop. Get this settler up in place. Heal this guy. And yeah, camel time, I think. Too bad I got this ranger promotion, but I was expecting to have conflict up here, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I also have an elephant, which is delightful. I suppose I could move him up, or I could move him down. If I get boats really quickly, I could do a naval invasion. I'm not 100% sure. It's tricky. Well, let's see what my workers are up to. I have 3 idle workers, so we'll go with that. My military, my rider seat was right here. My rider seat was like my second city. Worker here, worker there. I guess I'll do more farms, because more farms are always fun. And where's the 3rd worker? This one's over here. Do I have husbandry yet? I need to not forget about husbandry. I keep forgetting about husbandry. Oh, city. No. No. Look at it this way. The landowner seat starts with 3 citizens, and I can build all of these iron in half the time, right? So, you know, I built a settler first, right? So, but if we knock that off, I built an iron mine. I'm building a 2nd iron mine. I have a builder in this. You know, this is a landowner's builder as governor. What are you building? Necropolis is being built by Moroten. That is unfortunate. I really wanted that. I really did want that. I should have probably sprung for that. I think I even had the money for that, to be honest. But now paying less attention. But yes, no. So the landowner's city is 100%, in my opinion, a flex city. It's a jack of all trades. And if I see a 3 iron site like this and I have access to landowners, especially if I haven't even settled it yet, the only other main deviation in a spot like this would be if I actually had champ seat, like the seat available, because that's obvious. Or if maybe there were lots of culture resources, then I had a reliable access to my unique unit. But I also do have reliable. Basically, my thing about military cities is it's 2 training, right? So what am I really training? I'm trading 2 training versus the ability to have all 3 of these iron completely operational in, I don't know, call it 12 turns. So between 2 extra additional base training at the start, and more importantly on the back end, because that's how you have to evaluate these mines. These are back end things, right? Once they're all developed with their officers and I have my barracks and yada yada yada, then we're gonna look at a training. So I don't value military cities that highly in an iron location, basically, because it's all about back end training. If you're telling me the difference between 30 training versus 32 training, then I don't care. Early, here, I care about the difference between 8 training and 10 training, 100%. But on the back end, I care less. So landowners for me is about speed. Getting it up, getting it fully operational as quickly as possible. Oh, a diplomat Grand Vizier. I think I might actually take that. Come over here, maximize that border collapse. And that's one of the areas I appreciate that question about landowners, though, because that's why I think people big brain themselves to death a little bit. It's very easy to say, I have iron, therefore that's my military seat. But really, I actually think landowners can make a really, really good spot. It's very, very easy. Or like, another obvious one is actually, in terms of the flexibility of landowners in particular, is quarries and statesman seats, right? So obviously that's, and I'm not knocking that at all, that's fantastic synergy. But again, in landowners, if you have 3 triple marble, you can just have 3 marble online in like 6 turns. Or, 8. Or something like that. And then, if you're lucky enough to get something like a scholarship governor, a scholar governor, or maybe you run early inquiries, or maybe you just keep spamming festivals and get more citizens, and it becomes a really, really fast specialist hub very, very, very quickly. So I think it's easy to overthink synergies in this game and actually transform them into not necessarily a handicap, but a bit of a handicap. Do I really want this diplomat? I feel like I kind of don't now that I think of it. Who are you? Oh, you're the patriarch. Well, yeah, okay, then I guess I have to do that. That's fine. I have governors, and I have civics, and I have cities doing stuff. Well, see, yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, if I can get this, so yeah, horses equals riders. I don't really value Saddleborn that much, especially on Egypt. So for me, it's like, once I get this culture up, which, I mean, it's moving at a pretty decent pace. I'm getting husbandry now, so I'll do 3 iron, I'll do the horses, I'll get 3 miners, and hopefully around the same time frame, I'll be developing. Then I'll get my garrisons up and running. And of course, my Grand Vizier will just build me a shitload of slingers that I don't want. So let's rectify this. Let's rectify this right now. We'll put a builder here. Put a diplomat here. Cancel you, because we're building workers, buddy. It's worker time. And also, the other thing is the location here, same reason, the speed of which I can get this operational. Ships. If I'm actually going to assault Babylon, I'm going to need ships because they have like a one-tile mountain pass up here. So ships would be very, very useful coming out of here. And the quicker we can get them all online, all the mines online as the barracks and stuff develop, I can build a couple of ships to help myself out. Speaking of stray scouts, no touchy unless orange. I wonder what that means. Oh, fatigue? Oh, clever. Okay. So they're having some double scout action up there. I don't know. Do I really come kill this guy? I feel like I just come kill this guy. Oh, and you know what? I just killed my law tempo here because I had the civics to adopt serfdom. That's what I was planning on doing, but I got distracted by the worker thing, so maybe I shouldn't have done that. But we did, and here we are. Oh, well, whatever. It is remarkable how different I play when I'm on stream and I'm talking, and I feel like I'm like talking and engaging with people, and I don't know, it's just wild, man. Crazy difference. Build another officer here in 3 turns, and then we can start really ramping up. How much does this cost? Maybe I don't need that. Maybe we'll do 3 camels, and then go kill Hattie. I can kill the Hittites with 3 camels, right? Probably not, but we'll see. All right, civics booth. That's great. That's great. That is lovely. That's funny. All right. Well, I mean, he's burning orders for that, so that's fine. And I also have 3. I had an ambition to build 5 scouts, so I did build all 5 of them. So, I mean, that is also a thing. Babylon building the Chthon. Kind of hate that. I think Babylon's the person I have to kill. He's still weaker. Yeah, so let's, I guess, go mess with Babylon. Whoop. I just saw a scout up here. And I might have to do another ranger promotion. Shit. Okay. Crazy. Yeah, so all right, so here's another example. We're going to get another 3-turn mine. And if I was really on top of my game right now, this would be building another 3-turn mine. So literally I would have, we were building this mine over here in 3 turns while this was getting finished in 3 turns. And then on this turn, this guy could have made it here, built another 3. In fact, I still could if I want to spend all my training, which I don't. Start building another mine, which would, because of the builder, be done in 3 turns. So it would literally just, you effectively get all of your mines online immediately. And that, to me, I will trade 2 base training, an additional 2 base training for that efficiency any day of the week. Because the other thing you got to think about, this is also better resource economy, right? 24 science versus 16. And, iron and science economy. And that's the type of micro that I think about very, very often. It's what am I getting now, right? And of course, the base training is important to think about in that too. Like that's one of the reasons why I very often my second city is a military city, because if I'm worried about my safety, in fact, I actually think I settled this city second because with the mountains, I don't think I was worried about my safety. Now that I think of it, maybe this was first. And this site up here does actually have iron, so I was in keeping with the idea, and I noticed this early. So there was some keeping with the idea of putting, iron in a military location in my rider seat, of course. But landowner is one of the reasons why I love them so much, is because they're so flexible. They can literally just do anything you want them to do. You want them to be a science city? Fine. You want them to be a military city? Great. They can do whatever you want. They're a very they're basically the jack of all trades in this game as far as I'm concerned, which is why I think they're awesome. And they are my favorite family, because they're not the best at any one thing, but they're great at everything. Even order generation, because people, I feel like, don't build ranchers, right? But when a rancher takes only 3 turns, screw it, why not? So even though statesman is like the better ordered family, if you have a bunch of ranchers everywhere, I mean, I probably won't build ranchers here in my sage's seat, because it'll take 5 or 6 turns or whatever. But if I can do it 3 turns up here in a landowner seat, why not? A little bit of extra science, a little bit of extra orders. So yeah, I will always love. Oh, accept serfdom before the turn ends. Increase that order economy. Great. Spread state religion. Let's not forget about that. Also, we'll need to get a governor in my capital, because I'm building another goddamn slinger. This is just dumb. I understand. Actually, I don't even understand, because my opponent's which is weaker than me. Am I building a settler anywhere else? Oh, this one's finished. Okay. Yeah, it's so wild. It really, really is harder to keep track of what's going on. We played about 10 turns of this game in Cloud, and I feel like every one of my turns was super efficient. And you know, the second you get me on stream, chatting, talking about things, trying to, like, I don't know. I think what it is, part of my brain is sort of seeking something to talk about a little bit, or, you know, gets in explaining mode. And I think both of those things, both the whole, oh, what's happening, what's going on, that analysis, and then also the idea of, like, oh, you know, well, let's talk about, you know, landowner family as a military seat, right? I think it just distracts me. I think it's incredibly distracting. Looks like this camp upgraded, which is always annoying, but I mean, here we are. I don't know why I attacked that one. I should attack the other one. I should also move my... Whoa. Oh, we got Zenobia in Babylon. Yeah, Babylon's got to go down. Babylon's got to go down. Do I want the free chariot? I feel like yes, but probably no. I want to get combo now, because I might do an early aggressive push against the Babs. Let's take a peek at what we got up going on here. Pearls, yeah, makes sense. Fine. What's happening? Oh, see, so this is automated, and this I like. Good job, Vizier. Yeah, spam camel launchers for the rest of the game. I'm fine with that. Why can't I build... Oh, I don't have the culture threshold yet. Oh, so that's what I need to do, because I do not have an appropriate amount of garrison set up. I've kind of been neglecting that. That's probably why my order economy is not that great right now. So let's see where I can build a garrison harmlessly, easily. Do one here. Oh, I actually have enough shit. All right, I need to make sure I build the Jebel next turn. That's what I want to do. Build the Jebel next turn. Build the Jebel next turn. Build the Jebel next turn. Dude, Zenobia is the man. She can rule my kingdom any day of the week. She is... Let's take a look at her, actually. Look at this. Look at these stats, man. 4 or 5 in everything. The rising star culture per pop, the growth. She's inspiring. It's insane. She's, like, arguably the greatest character in this entire game. So yeah, when she shows up, she can be Grand Vizier. She can marry me. She can do whatever she wants. She can do whatever she wants any day of the week. I love her so much. We have some Babylonian scouts coming into the woods down here. So he's going to be aware of my camel situation shortly. All right, let's not forget. Jebel, 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 Jebel. Jebel, 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 Jebel. I don't know. Right here, do I care? No. I don't. Jebel. Ooh, all right, cool. Whew. All right, step 2 is make sure everybody gets Zoroastrianism in the time that it takes me to do that. I don't have any real good governors for my capital, interestingly enough. Oh, and I should adopt my state religion now. And tyranny or constitution? My science is pretty decent. I'm tempted to do tyranny here. Really ramp up this Saka camel archer. Hey, it's like Civ's 6 or 7 rather than Saka horse archers. It's Saka camel archers. Yeah, politics is good. Let's swap into Zoro now. Or not, because I need the civics. So, whoops. Let's get redemption. Do I want that? Which one is that? That's high. I don't want that one. So we'll just take prosperous for better econ. Nice. Thracians are going down with legitimacy. Cool, cool, cool. That's a really nice grab as well. All right, cool. So Babylon does seem like they're wonder racing, and I mean, I guess their prize is Heliopolis, or Hagia Sophia, or Circus Maximus. Also, am I loud enough? Because I've been having an issue where sometimes I'm soft on the voice chat. All right, what else am I doing? Was dealing with these shitty slingers down here. I'll allow it because I'm getting combo soon anyway, so might as well. Oh shit! I meant to do colonies first and tile buy up and along this coast. I always forget that step. Do some scouting here. All right, Adana. The seats here. We got some iron. Nice. Nice to see that a couple of people got some iron. So that's nice. What else is happening here? I have citrus now. Citrus is going to go. We're going to keep our landowners as happy as we can. So citrus will go there. Although I suppose I should be upping the culture in the capital. But we'll worry about that in a second. Yeah, so we can already do 5-turn ships, which I'm very pleased with, right? This is a big grab, because I actually might go contest. Oh, all right, so still got to clear this camp. Nice. 10 legitimacy right there. I'll also move up my thing. And I think this will also be landowners. I think I'll have an entire landowner block up here, which will give me more and more lumber. I think I have the largest forest in the game, which is nice. Babylon just settled. I have eyes on Hattusa, buddy. I have eyes on Hattusa. Lots of options. Thanks for the audio check, guys. The gull. No, I said... Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Alright, that's a barb camp. Or do I want to do riders? Do I only have one rider city? What do we think? How many camps, how many cities are left? Babylon has 7, Moroten has 7, I have 7. This is 8. Borders here, borders here. So this would be theoretically the last city. Maybe I have an imported horse supply. I have elephants here. I've imported camels. So maybe I actually do make this riders and I import camels. Not camels. Horses here. One more riders or one more landowners. That's a tricky... How much envy do you have already? 20, so that would go up to 60. Yeah, fuck it. Landowners it is then. I can deal with 60 envy. Why not? Landowners it is. Oh, and I got horses right there, so I don't need to import. Fantastic. Love it when a plan works out. Awesome. Great. That's amazing. How lucky is that? Fantastic. In fact, can I build something here? Yeah, I'm going to go down here with this worker to build a... Stop building me workers. I mean, slingers. God damn it. Build a worker. Oh, yeah, that is... I literally just settled the last city site. Wow, I clocked that, huh? I mean, it certainly was the last city site on my side of the map, but that's now the last city site in the whole game. We'll do worker. We'll do iron. Now we have 4 turn biremes. And yeah, so I'm going to start building a navy in a little bit. Honestly, maybe I should build a little sooner to try and contest this. Contesting the Chthon will be really, really fun. But I guess I don't care. I'll just beat him up, even if he gets triremes. Quarry. Get myself in position to get this thing. Sorry, riders. No more cities. One and done for you guys. I mean, 32 training. I'm not too disappointed with that. 32 training. We're doing 1 turn warriors. I'll allow it. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't build another camel archer, but... Oh! Interesting. Maybe I could just chill here and try to get... Yeah, I don't think I would be able to get... I would need 2 ships to actually reliably stop this. And I don't think, even with 4 turn ships, I don't think I could... Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get there with 2 ships in time. So that's fine. What else is happening in the world today? I need to make sure that I build... Did I adopt my religion yet? No, I didn't. All right, so adopt religion, build disciples. Also, I have more groves down here that I don't want to forget about. So, grove. Grove. Worker. I suppose I need the culture, so I might as well put the mine here. Keep the farms going around. Thracians have been eliminated. All right, somebody got the happy little bonus for that. Pasture. Need to also not forget about the fact that I have awesome lumber mill opportunities up here. Moroten is similar and primitive. Heal up. It's like, it sucks because I should be attacking Babylon, but I really want to come down this arid corridor and kill, and take this city from the Hittites as payment for their destruction of my early warrior. What do we got here? Granary. Kadesh. Landowners. Looks like we have landowners, riders, and patrons. Okay, fascinating. Okay. No traders for the Hittites. Keep the pagans happy for now. And forget about this worker. Whoops. Yeah, so the thing about that too, right? So we're getting negative 60 opinion from envy, right? But if we even already look over to the sages, we're getting negative 180 from discontent. Because I had 3 sages city, 2 that came online early. So if we add the discontent plus envy, this is actually 140 negative opinion for their cities in total, right? Not including the luxuries, of course. So really, one way to think about what I call deprioritizing a family, saying, oh, I'm just going to build one rider's family and I'm going to surge landowners and sages, is you're effectively just trading discontent. Like landowners, for example, right? They also are, because I just settled all this territory, right? They're already at negative 100 opinion from discontent, right? So comparative, when you think about it that way with riders, you're effectively just trading discontent for envy. You don't want to get too crazy with this because this, like, the next level of this is like negative 120. So if they go up, if the other families went up even more cities, this would go up to negative 120. Then it's like 180 and then over 200. So it does get out of hand pretty quickly. But negative 20, negative 60, negative even 120, that's manageable. So and that's the way I conceptualize it. So patrons is a good family that you can do that with, because patrons seat typically does not have discontent issues in the first place. So when you're trading discontent for envy in a patron seat, you basically can spam all of your other families with zero issue, and it's kind of awesome. Although then you just need to make sure you do a good job of managing your family opinion in the other family. So it can backfire if you spam families without a plan of managing the politics easy enough. In fairness, it can backfire. All right, build a stronghold here. Get ready for my lancers. Build a stronghold here, I suppose. Yes, exactly. And Max in the chat nailed it. Long-term discontent will be much higher than negative 60. And I'm assuming you meant in the larger families. So yeah, you're basically trading discontent for envy, which I think is a neat way to structure your empires. It's a neat option in the toolkit, and again, not something that a lot of people often think about, because we can be inclined to try and keep things as even as possible. And in fairness, it's actually, I think, can be harder to manage opinion in cities when you're spamming. So like 4 cities can be harder to manage than just 1 city. So yeah, it's tricky. It has pros, it has cons, and but generally in a given game, wow, another ranger promotion. That's wild to me. Generally in a given game, I do eventually make a decision, excuse me, of if I'm going to deprioritize a family or not. And I don't always do it, but in some cases I do it. Champions, actually, interestingly enough, is another family I might deprioritize because their seat is so strong. And then the remaining families go back to that issue of how much do I really care about that initial base training. Wow. I'm going to general that guy. I'm going to put a garrison here. I really want to get my order econ up. So now, look, here's another thing. Even the rancher, after building 3 rural specialists, this rancher is still only 4 turns. So if I wanted the orders, or maybe if this was just, a couple horses or whatever, like a horse or an elephant, things like that, and without the iron, I could still focus my specialist play around building more orders up in this city. So that's another area where I think landowners are just incredibly flexible. They can flex into anything that you want them to do. And they're awesome. I love them, and I never shut up about them for that reason. I actually do want to build barracks here, though, to capitalize off of this iron. And I need to put a governor in here. God damn it. Because I don't want warriors. I want a fleet. Because maybe I just maybe I hop the bay and just go for Babylon's throat. I don't know. Tricky. In fact, on that note, I'll move this elephant up, because this elephant's been sitting in the capital for ages. At some point, I'm going to want to swap back into colonies and buy some tiles, unfortunately, because I forgot. Did I disconnect again? No. Maybe. Oh, I also have a zealot on the throne, so I can start rushing production in locations if I want to as well. This guy. Oh, I'm building a scout. Vizier is building a scout. I don't think that was supposed to be a scout. I think that was supposed to be a worker. I'm building 2 scouts. Oh my god. Those were supposed to be workers. One thing that's funny, a that's absolutely a product of the fact that there's no settler. It's so muscle memory of where I click on the UI at this point that I'm barely even looking. And yes, that's 1000% because the settler is no longer an option. So everything moved up 1 space. So I'm building 2 scouts for 0 reason. I do not want those scouts. That's funny, but there's 2 turns left, so I might as well just let them finish. That is so, so funny. That is, I'm gonna have like a million scouts. So maybe I go for Portcullis. Maybe I go for Portcullis after this. Get some agent networks up and running. That's funny. More, dude. Am I gonna have to put a governor in every single goddamn city? I think I'm gonna, because I'm building crap in areas where I don't want to build crap. This is the thing, like, I would much rather just actually counsel this location, or, well, no, build a worker, and actually build a worker this time, not a stupid scout. That's so funny. So 7, so that's fun. I was behind in cities for quite some time, and now I actually end up having the most cities on the map, so how about that? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can take this city with 5 camel archers. And my horsemen. 4 camel archers and my horsemen. That's kind of funny. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take one of these scouts and send him up here to get a sense of what's going on. See if I can send this guy out to the world and find some woods. Six turns on the Chthon. So I will have 2 ships in the time that he has a trireme. Not ideal, but manageable. If I can get enough, I could use my zealot to enlist the trireme, and boy, would that be awesome. That would be really fun. So now what do I need? I need barracks, I suppose, or more quarries. I think I need more quarries. Yeah. Where we at? What are you doing? You can build this pasture next turn. I'll have you build a disciple next turn. No, I'm already having you build a disciple next turn. Actually, maybe I don't want you to build a disciple. Maybe I'll actually just have you build a worker. No, I did it again. I clicked on a scout. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. It's amazing. That's so funny. Both my friends are... Oh, now Babylon is weaker. Yeah, maybe Babylon has all the points, so I feel like it just makes sense to just go to Babylon. As fun as this corridor would be, I think just build a navy and launch myself into Babylon and then declare my supremacy of the world. Oh, actually, with Zoro, with the Jebel coming up, maybe I actually do want to disciple. I want to make sure it spreads quickly. I have Zoro in only 3 of my cities. Of my 8. I don't need to hit it all before the Jebel lands, but I definitely want to get as many as I can. All right, 2 more scouts hitting the map, guys. We did it. Food boost or... I actually am keen on the idea of getting Portcullis. But it would probably be silly to pass up machinery, so I guess we'll do machinery. Yeah. The Religion Spread Ambition 2 is on the docket. Taking a peek at my Hittite friends. See what's going up in the world here. Necropolis is finishing soon. That's always a good grab. Always a good grab for our Hittite friends. Man, my economy is amazing, so I guess I just kind of start building real improvements. Put a barracks here. Put a, what is this, a garrison? So I guess I'll do barracks here. I'll move this guy up here, take a peek at what's happening in Babylon. And I'll actually send this guy. I will spend the training for this too. I'll double scout this location. Whoop. Get really, really good vision on this plain land. Might want to even come out here with a worker and chop all of this out of border forest, or maybe even all of it back to, like, because I have so much forest back here, I could clear chop all of this to my strategic advantage and not have to worry about lumber for the rest of the game. We're building an archer. Do I like that? No, I think I like the idea of a camel archer. Thank you very much. Dear God, man. Camel archers, please. More camels, always camels, camels forever. Camel supremacy. Build a worker. And the other thing about like about this, oh shit, a fucking warrior. Jesus Christ. I need to kill this guy. Normally the Grand Vizier is kind of oh, a new zealot. A new Grand Vizier. Oh, oh, that's super annoying. He's severely ill. So he wants me to swap with this guy. Fine, whatever. Oh, a mercenary war elephant. Great. That's funny. Both of my war elephants currently are mercenaries. All right, do more scouting. Harvest elephant. Harvest horse. Come back. Yeah, this is a nice wide open plain. I'm thinking maybe we clear chop a bunch of shit. See what he has to say about that. I'm going to have to get out of this location in a second, though. With my scout. I'm going to have to find a home for this scout. Yeah, more mythology. They'll spread next turn. Slinger will be finished next turn. Hopefully the computer will decide that I don't need any more fucking slingers. Oh, I need this guy to build garrisons, actually, because we're about to hit strong. Sorry, developing culture over here. Where the hell is all my... Oh, honey. Yeah, that's it is coming from. My science is a little low now. It was high. I started very high. But they're both still primitive, so that's nice. Okay, the drought has ended. Heavy investment in family opinion. There, get some XP. 2 wanderers, 1 strong. I think, yeah, I will actually achieve this once the Jebel is finished, which is nice. 3 turns on the Chthon. Yeah, so I'll have a, I'll have my 2 ships done by the time the trireme's done. Think, screw it. I'll let that scout hang out more. I'm going to clear chop all of this shit. Move him back here. Bro, I keep pouring civics into these governors because of this damn Grand Vizier. Oh, wait, I can actually... Oh, I need to import horses. Maybe, yeah, no, so never mind. Hold on. Stop with the... We need to import horses. Here, that's silly. And yes, forgetting to spread once more. So maybe I'll focus my camera right here so I don't remember to, so I don't forget to spread again. I have 3 cities. I have 3 spreads lined up. And yeah, I think I'll get them all before the Jebel finishes. Maybe. Ooh. Bow of Plenty on the air. By the way, I'm not tutoring him. Oh, I can't tutor him. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Spread you. Weaker. And... let's see if we can bait him out here into the open to maybe swipe a kill on a worker. See if he's feeling cheeky about that. What else is happening in the world today? Kind of build some fun, kind of keep my farm in production high enough because that's one of the things that you can kind of lose track of. Like you have 100 food per turn, but then suddenly you build a bunch of horses and shit and you realize, oh, I don't have any of my... suddenly I don't have any food. The promotions. I mean, it's a really fun sign when both your opponents are weaker and primitive. I worry that maybe I don't capitalize on this. That's always the question. Like, Babylon's clearly playing a greedy game. So there's a question of if I allow them to get out of hand here. They have 4 laws now, as Moroten has 5. I'm less concerned with Moroten because, as ridiculous as it sounds, my camel archers should kind of hard counter his units as long as I kind of keep the battlefield around here. So maybe I build a couple forts here or something like a fort right here and plop a spear down, he can't come up this corridor. And then he would be forced to come over this plain, which isn't all arid, but there's some stuff I can work with down south. And then Moroten basically is a non-factor against me. Then it's a question of Babylon's greed paying out long term, I think. Or Moroten. I've been criticized for how I say his name. Moroten, Moroten, Muten. I apologize. We all say stuff funny. I'm just spamming trash down here, but you know what? That'll be useful later. So, thanks, I guess. Although I will stop this by spending more civics. Thank God I have good civic production. I'm making 100 civics per turn, so that's nice. Stop that issue. I keep messing that up. I keep adding this in and losing a turn from the build queue. I need to wait till the end, but I don't want to forget about doing it, so I guess I lose myself that turn regardless. All right. All right, so no bait. Continue the chopping spree. I'll even do this scrub because scrub can be really annoying sometimes. Just getting this out of the way now. I know it seems silly, but to say this, but I feel like I don't really have anything else going on, so might as well get it out of the way now. All right, light chariots, let's go. I guess I won't rush them. There's no reason to rush them, right? Or do I rush them? Do I want to rush one? 400 training? I could have a couple more. I think maybe, and then I just go kill Babylon. I won't even need boats. Oh, shit! My scout! Well, I'll make them spend some orders for it, at least. This is fun, though. I like this. I like how I literally have ocean eyes on both capitals. That was fun. Christianity, who has access to that? The Babylonians. Once they have 12 citizens. So the Babylonians must not have 12 citizens. Because they... Or maybe they didn't... never mind. I sage into metaphysics so often that sometimes I forget that Babylon doesn't actually start with metaphysics. So that's pretty funny. Building granary. Lavender. Who likes lavender? The sages do. Okay. Toss some lavender in here next turn. Tech paths. Machinery is always nice. Not machinery, hydraulics. I'm on machinery. Hydraulics is always nice. The Chthon has been completed by the Babylonians. And my heir can be a builder or a scholar. This is a very, very... scholar. Yeah, I want to direct where I'm going. I'll get rid of the monkey. I know everybody loves the monkey, but we don't need him. Build a range. Build a barracks. What is this? Build a range. Build a barracks. Spread some religion. spread some religion. One more spread. We got it in 2 turns. We have 2 turns for... Oh, shit. How many cities do I have? 6. So I'll be 1 short. I'll be 2 short, technically. But you know what? I'm okay with it. This is one of those things where people do the whole micro thing of hopping on, hopping off. I don't care. I'm very, very heavy on the get stuff now rather than later philosophy. Sometimes I will do that. You know, there's a difference between being 2 cities short of the entire pack versus, 6 cities short. So if I have, a little bit more work to do, sure, I'll delay it. But I don't. It's 1 order per turn. I don't give a shit. Although I am half tempted. I go on that rant. I'm kind of half tempted to do it anyway. It would only be 4 more turns. If I hop off... Yeah, so it's funny. I am going to do that. Because if I put a disciple in here... And I put a disciple in... Oh, no, this one. Yeah. So, all right. It's only going to cost me 1 turn. I'm going to put a guy here just so nobody tries to snipe it. Don't not do this if you're in a multiplayer game because scouts can delete wonders. And I've done it. And it's a very, very sad time for your opponent if they allow you to delete their shit with a scout. So always protect your wonders with... a unit. All right, so what we're looking for in promotions at sea are 2 things. We're looking for grappler and we're looking for fire ship. And the reason why we want both is because when we deal with the trireme, we want to hit it with a grappler to immobilize it, and then you want to hit it with a fire ship to move it away from you. Combining both of those tactics will allow you to damage the trireme with your biremes without the trireme being able to hit you back. So that's how you deal long-term if your opponent has the Chthon. So we're going to go right here. We're going to get grappling. No fire ship. All right, that's fine. And we're actually going to get a second grappler just because no fire ship on the second one. That's fine. But you can also fish for promotion. So I have plenty of training. So I can upgrade one of these guys another time to re-roll to try and get another grappler. Yes. If the scout steps on this tile, it will destroy the wonder. If any enemy unit steps on this tile, it will destroy the wonder. It'll just completely delete its progress. It's a very, very sad day if that happens. Very sad day. We'll do 2 legitimacy. I do have civics here, so yeah. Also, and I am a zealot, so there's really no reason not to aggress in this situation, I suppose. Come up here with my scout, take a peek, maybe bait his guy, and we'll go over here. This is a hill. I don't like that that's a hill, so let's go down here, and we'll wait 1 turn, actually. Get some units further up to where they need to be. Some elephants further up to where they need to be. Take a look at my workers. Oh, it doesn't matter now because I just spent a shitload of orders doing nothing. One of the reasons why I'm kind of like meandering my units forward is I have a particularly bad habit of having larger, I don't prioritize large armors, but things like this. These 3 slingers are contributing to, and this archer, by the way, are all contributing to my power score. So yes, my opponents are weaker, but if all of Babylon's army is right here, and only half of my army is right here, and then we fight, then this weaker versus whatever isn't really telling me anything. So, ooh, interesting. That solves my problem. Ironically enough, I now no longer need to spread this disciple. But that's okay. I'll need a disciple anyway. So my final spread will be here. Get me my ambition, and I'm pretty sure that puts me at 8 cities, yes, and 2 turns away from a fully fledged Jebel Barkal, which I appreciate. We will go build some. And I am going to rush out 1 light chariot now. So I'll get 2 chariots in the next turn. One of the reasons why I do this is because if you rush at any point during production, you dump all your overflow into the global pool. So sometimes, I would have done it a little bit earlier, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll get started on one piece of production and then rush, and then switch real quick and rush a different piece of production to try and make sure that my overflow goes to where I want it to, you know, things like that. All sorts of little micro shit you can do. If you're so inclined, you don't need to. Not necessary, but it's things I do because that's the type. Or maybe statesmen for the higher civics if you have really good opinion. So basically, like, my biggest thing is how quickly can I get the city operational? I want it building units. I don't want it spending 20 turns building iron miners or officers. I want it building units. So the faster I'm done with my iron miners, the quicker I'm building units. And that's why landowners is the best. Literally my favorite family in the game. It's like not even close. And that's not to say it's the best family. It's not actually the best family. There are better families, but it's just so flexible and so good to do literally whatever you need. And it's really good at getting your economy up and running. And as we can see, I have a pretty solid economy. So it's doing everything I want it to, which is nice. Amphibious will take that as a promotion. But first things first, I'm going to put myself on one of these ships. And it looks like I got killed. So let's get another scout over there and see if that is in fact what happened. And pay more attention so I can bait the enlist. I will... I guess there's no point in fishing for promotions if I can't. Oh, 2-turn Byreme? Come on, guys. How... Deadbeat Control in chat is asking the single most difficult question in the entire game of Old World. How do you decide when to attack? Also, I'm not buying wonders with my amazing economy. I just let Moroten get the museum. So that's a fun consequence of me just chatting everybody's ear off. What else? I could get the Royal Library for points, I suppose. What else is on the table? Nothing. I let them all get stuff. So 3 to the Hittites, 2 to me, and a shitload to the Babylonians. All right, so yeah, let's focus a little bit. Ooh, whoa, all right. Great governor in the capital. Great. Great, 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 great. And this is me. I can be warlike, inspiring, naturalist, herbalist. That's a tricky question. I kind of want to do warlike, but I also kind of want to do inspiring. How many? Yeah, let's do inspiring. Screw it. Get myself up here. Camel, camel, camel. Camel, camel, camel. Is this the trireme? Oh my god, it is. So next turn, I'm going to get a trireme. Not next turn, because I won't be able to kill it, but this will not be able to kill my ships. So I'm going to anchor it. I'm going to grapple it and start killing it. I need to let Alephrone know. All right. As in this current turn. Whoa, shit! Oh, I accidentally... Oh man, I know. I'll have to get Mohawk to deal with that. I just put my temple. I clicked. I just accidentally put my temple over a freshly finished barracks. So we'll need to make sure that. Oh no, I mean, it gave. Maybe we want these to be able to bulldoze existing improvements. So I guess that's just on me. That was really funny though. That was really, really, really funny. Over here. Over here. Over here, I guess. And over here. That's funny. And of course, we get epigraphic reforms, which is just the best. So now we have 1,000,000 civics just in time to enlist some shit. And I'll wait for Alephrone to do his moves. So we are. Yes, so the answer is vibes. Sorry, I lost track of that. That's the hardest question to answer. We're all bad at it. I mean, I think I can only think of I can only directly name, in my personal experience, like 3 or 4 players who are actually good at it. And I think those 3, at least one of them is Fluffy Bunny, Frederick, um, um, Ninja, probably. But yeah, no, it's tricky, man. It's really tricky. I think this is a good time when your opponents are showing weaker and primitive, weaker and naive. Honestly, that just is prime time to take an advantage. Of course, you want to be mindful of situations like this current. We're seeing some upgrades of spears. So we just got phalanx. The majority of my strength is in mounted. So we want to be mindful of that. Fortunately, the mounted lancer actually does some pretty decent damage to these guys, but it looks like he's getting some solid anti-mount promotions. Yeah, another. A 3-turn onager. Yeah. So that's actually one threshold. If you have siege and your opponent doesn't, that is a fantastic time to attack. Because fighting against onagers or ballistas is just a nightmare if you don't have anything to deal with it. Of course, chariots and stuff can deal with that. But it's tricky. Very, very tricky. Thanks. All right, let's go get ourselves the trireme. All right, we ready? Step 1, immobilize. So that's going to do 9 damage in return. We can only do 4 damage max on this guy. So I guess if I go like this, and then I go like this, I will get a trireme next turn. Although I could have waited, because he's probably just going to hit my zealot now. And if he has another ship, my zealot will die, and that will be upsetting. But, you know, that's what it is to play multiplayer. Everybody makes mistakes. All right, so our military moves have been finished, and we ahoy there! Yes, we have our first ahoy there of my I think my first actual live streamed, from my perspective anyway, FFA. So that's fun. And yeah, we have ahoy there, our friends. Whoop! I will do focus on this guy, and maybe a general makes sense. Yeah, commander, because I have another one of these guys anyway. And we're up having fun in the world. I guess we'll do another focus. Who doesn't like rolling dice? Onagers. I will need roads if I'm actually going to have an... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do onagers back here. Nope. This is some other efficiency. I'm going to do onagers up here. Stick to the mounted lancers down here. And what am I doing down here? Archive 2. What am I doing down here? You're supposed to do something that I want you to do, but I don't remember what it is. Am I inquiry 3ing? Am I rushing out an inquiry 3? For some reason? I think I am. Who doesn't want an extra 120... Wait, 120 science. Why not? I'm rushing out an inquiry 3, and then I'm going to do it again with training while a zealot is on the throne. Babylon just looks so pretty, guys. Wouldn't it be funny if I just left him alive for now and farmed triremes with Enlist? That would be the most troll thing in the history of troll things. We have really good order econ. That was just really good timing with the Jebel as well. I still want to not lose track of the fact, like, there's no garrisons or anything down here, so I want to set these up, trying to not lose track of that if I can. Still doing good with my food economy, which is nice. Haven't lost track of that. Wood could use a little bit of uptick, even though I did all that chopping. And I'm really pleased, now that I think of it, I'm really pleased that I just cleared this battlefield, because he really can't come on and aggress against Lancers out in the open like this. I do 5 damage to spears. I take 9 damage, which is just awful. What's his opinion? Let's check out his opinion. He's friendly. So sorry, pleased. He's pleased. My politics aren't really that great. So I need to be mindful of that, I guess. But that's fine. I'm going to get a trireme, which is fun. I like playing simultaneous. I like the whole gentleman's agreement of kind of just like, especially because it doesn't disrupt Moroten's turn. So, you know, as long as you just let your opponent know that you're done with your moves, I mean, it works out. I want theologies. Actually, I do want theologies. I shouldn't have rushed that. And I'm gonna put another guy in here. I'm still gonna get my enlist, and I'll still get my second theology. But I just realized I can get the tier 2 theology that gives me even more orders now that I put the Jebel everywhere. So that is enticing. Game's probably going to be too short for legalism to really matter, so it's just a question of if I want mythology or not, which I suppose I do. I actually like veneration. Getting that rebel chance reduction is pretty solid these days, because sometimes rebels can pop up and I don't know, and just annoy the shit out of you. So yeah, I guess what we'll do is we'll do mythology now. That allows us the opportunity to... I can't believe I deleted that range, or whatever it was, the barracks range, whatever. That's so funny to me. Just instantly just destroyed the thing that I built. I literally finished it this turn. That's so funny. I can get horses here, by the way. Camping the Chthon would be funny, yeah. Dualism is amazing. Especially I think in the multiplayer meta when you know, a game can end in 60 or 80 turns. I think dualism is probably the safest bet for sure. I love getting dualism, especially if I have decent pagan spread. I think dualism is a fantastic pick on Kush, because their Kushite pyramid allows them to spread their paganism before what is it? Before polytheism, or without polytheism. You never even need to adopt it if you don't want to. And then they start with divination, which means Zorro is an easy grab for them as well. So they're very quick. And technically speaking, if you think about it, they're a landowner nation as well, which puts Judaism on the table. So I think dualism is a fantastic pick for the Kushites. Really, really good pick there. Strong synergies. Not sure. All right, so it seems like there's some time here, which makes me think Moroten. Or did I disconnect? Wait, did I? They're probably negotiating. Wouldn't it be funny? Because you can private message people. All right, that definitely makes me think they're negotiating, or maybe Moroten's moving troops towards my border or something, because this is a very long turn that's happening. And I was anticipating this potentially becoming a 2 versus 1, which I'm 100% okay with. And I don't care if I lose because of it either. You know, you got to do what you need to do to survive. So I feel like Babylon is currently petitioning the Hittites for aid, and they could form an alliance. They could form an alliance and share a vision of the whole map with each other if they wanted to. Yeah, dualism is great, and it's very much in the camp, in my usual camp of if I can get science now, if I can get what I want now rather than later, then... Oh, well, you still... Oh, he cleaved! Ouch! That's neato. That's neato. How close is everybody to 7 laws? 5 on me, 5 on Babylon. Monasticism actually is no question about it. More and more orders. Quick, I can't type. I mean, I guess that's up to... So we have a question from chat saying, never played FFA, free-for-all. What's the rules about players making deals outside of events and gameplay options? I mean, I think it's par for the course. I think there... Admittedly, I would say there's a bit of a difference if, let's say, Alephrone and Moroten invited me to a game, and we're saying at the start between each other, let's team up and take out Sion. I think that would probably be less than ideal. However, you know, if Babylon is looking at 3 ships, a soon-to-be enlisted trireme, and, you know, I assume he can see most of... I think both players can see this army with their scouts, because I'm pretty sure the Hittites have a scout down here. So if they're saying, well, you know, Sion's really good at the game, and he's had a large military buildup, so I think we need to team up and do something about that. I think that's 100% par for the course. But I think that probably falls in the camp of talking about it with the people that you're going to play. With the people that you're going to play with. And ensuring that you're all on the same page. All right, let's apply enlist first. Let's not attack first. Immobilized. And now I have a trireme. Ahoy there! Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Alephrone, if you rewatch this, I just want to let you know I'm sorry. I hope no hard feelings here on that front. Oh, I can get better opinion with a better ambassador, by the way. Which I guess I don't really need right now, although I will in a second. Right, events. Bunch of family opinion, let's do that. More spread religion, I don't want to do that. 3 citadels, don't want to do that. Capture a foreign capital would be funny. I'm just doing it for an ambition. Oh, I can't do this ambition because I'm not going to get... I always forget that the Jebel isn't a strong... Maybe the Jebel should be a strong wonder, to be honest, because I always forget it isn't a strong wonder. So that is unfortunate, but that's okay. No big deal. I love playing Egypt so much. Okay. I am the captain now! This is pasture, but I don't really care about it. I'm just going to try and spread these borders along here. He's now much weaker than me, which is nice. What else is happening? I need... All right, so I'm building a garrison down here. What about right here? Build a garrison right here. I'll spend the money for it. Would he really betray us? Knowing my luck, probably yes. I was already knifed once in this game. I had a ruler die the very same turn that they took the throne, so, I mean, it's the cost of doing business, I guess. All right. All right, well, this is amazing. Now I have a trireme. Unfortunately, Babylon is not on the coast, so I can't go directly harass it, but I can take a turn to heal myself up. And, I don't know. Go kill some shit. Alpadana completed by Moroten. Christianity found in Lagash. Era of corruption. I'm just going to let him plot against me. Wait. I forget how this works. Oh, wait. No, no, no. I put warlike when it should have been equestrian. Sure. Clicking too fast. Ooh. Ooh. What do we got down here? More spears. Can I face two nations who have built nothing but spears? We'll find out. We'll find out. I love building ranges directly on top on woods because they effectively just pay for themselves, and it's awesome. I'm going to do it again right here. Range, it needs 40 woods. Well, what happens if I clear this? I get 40 wood. Ooh, that's crisp. That's crisp. Love it. Oh, and here's my fire ship. To cap it all off, not only did I get the damn thing, but it has the fire ship promotion. How about that for luck? And we have another fire ship. Ugh. Brutal. Big fan of everything that's happening right now. I'm going to heal up. I'm going to heal up. We will be the commander of the seas. Get some serious naval competition happening. Yeah. I'm still not worried about them. Look at this. I do so much damage to these guys. In fact, I might even still attack at some point. I need to build a road, I think. I need to focus on workers, too. What are my workers doing? What are my workers doing? What are my workers doing? What are you doing? So I guess we're building a road, actually, is what we're doing. You'll go up here, build a road. You'll go right here, build a road. Start roading towards each other. 2 more workers. What are you doing? the garrison, so we'll build a range here. We basically started 3 ranges this turn, so why not? Pop over here with a scout, see what's up. Cool. Oh! There's a dead Byreme. Friendly family, friendly traders, by the way. All right, that's important to note. So we have a dead scout, we have a Byrene out, and I think by now we would actually have a second trireme. It's not been that long. Actually, we can check that. Timeline. When was it finished? Turn 60. 3 more turns, and 3 more turns we'll have another trireme out in the ocean. So that's important to keep in mind. Doop. Oh, did I mess that up? Shit, I messed that up. Boop. It might be the smart thing to put my Zealot on the other trireme, but I'm not going to do that. In fact, I mean, it might even take the Zealot off of the trireme, off of the ships altogether, and put them on Lancers. That seems like it might be a wise decision. I apologize for being a warmonger, guys. It's just too good. It's too much fun. Onager up there. Onager will be for defense against Moroten. I believe what I will do is put some Onagers in Pelusium and deal with if he decides to take me down. Oh, let's... Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I want to be mindful of zone of control, so I think if I put a boat here, that will resolve the trireme coming in and dealing damage, and it will allow me basically to enlist next turn. Oh, hey, Hazard. Yeah, we'll do another one. We'll do one of these at some point. Ooh, nice. More science. We'll do a game at some point. FFA, I believe. I mean, an FFA. Where do I want to go? I think we're just going to go right up here. Although I don't want to rush too hard. Whoop! 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 Whoop. We're going to circle formation first. Maybe, Jams. We're definitely having an ahoy there moment that you kind of missed, but it's been delightful. Let's see. I had the lovely opportunity to enlist. So basically, Alephrone, Babylon built the Chthon, sent a trireme in my direction, and I enlisted it with my zealot. So that was, frankly, just awesome. Frankly, just awesome was what it was. Did I get DC again? Damn it. Oh, doesn't look like it. Great. All right. So, do I want to try and kill this guy? Or damage a worker? Kind of. Kind of. But I guess... How much damage would I take? Hard to see. I guess I'll just send this guy up. $11 and $8. Can I make them like me a little bit more? No, I can't. Actually, no. Anchor. Okay. Create some more pressure over here with my lancers. And he can't see them, which is nice. Don't I have another one lying around somewhere? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine. Camel time. Camel time. Where am I with workers? Lumber mill. Oh, shit. My scout down here was killed too. That's annoying. Well, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to send this scout out into the open as an early warning system for whatever the hell this guy's doing. And maybe now this trash down here is being useful. Thanks, trash. Maybe I build an onager here, and maybe I build an onager from that next turn. Put some onagers out here. One in these woods, one on this hill. If anything tries to make landfall here, deal with that. I'm now doomed. Interesting. Interesting. Manor is on the table. Hydraulics on the table. Free ballista seems like a really strong grab, but I feel like maybe I just go for ballistas at this stage. Goods boost is great, but I really don't want to... Yeah, we'll just go straight for hydraulics. Begin the translation. My son marrying a zealot, which seems like a bad idea, and... I'll deal with this power struggle bullshit after I take my turn. Basically. Monotheism is 8 orders per turn. There we go. Moroten to that 6 laws. So he's going to beat me in law tempo. I'm not too concerned about that for the aforementioned camel archer reason, though. I should be concerned about it, I think. Maybe I should be more concerned about it anyway. But I am not. I could always wait 4 turns for this guy to kill the amphitheater. Oh, I need more stone economy if I'm going to be building onagers. I can send an onager right over here and unlimber, which will be nice. Building a chariot here, and I don't want to. So the question is, do I put my Grand Vizier on the throne? I think I do, because that gets rid of the dumb Grand Vizier problem. I won't do that just a second. I'll do it at the end of the turn. And, yeah. So let's just go in. Whoa! All right. That's helpful to know. Great. How much damage do you? 8. So 3 spears can kill one of my guys. Great. Get you out into the open. Moroten wants in on the action. He's going to come tight next turn. Great. Great, great. Sure. So on that note, a little bit of a spoiler alert there, but that's fine. I don't mind. Go there, and that's my turn. Brings me to this. Brings me to you not building a stupid chariot. You want to build... Now actually might be a good time to build some archers, regular archers. No, you want to build an onager. I have 2,000 iron. Look how much iron I have. That's crazy. I'm going to rush out an onager. And yeah, we'll rush one out here next turn as well. Whoop! Shit, I didn't. Whoops. All right, so that's my turn. And there we go. Yeah, no, I mean, you can do combat and simultaneous as long as you just basically let the person know when you're done making your military moves, and then you obviously respectfully don't take advantage of any opportunities that might arise after the fact. So let's say, for example, I move. Well, I do move after Alephrone. So let's say I move this guy over here and he had like 1 health, right? And Alephrone had like a few orders left on simultaneously. Like, since technically his turn should already be finished on the current turn that we were playing where I moved this, then yes, he shouldn't come over here and nick this with a slinger. He should wait till his next turn to do it. And then similar for me, on the next turn, I shouldn't immediately move this guy to the anchors. I should give Alephrone the opportunity to make a military move first. So it can be a little taxing to keep track of, but I think it's simpler than you might think. And then the other thing, the main benefit to that in the FFA context is if me and Babylon are sitting here. Yeah, there we go. If me and Babylon are sitting here going toe-to-toe forever, right? It makes it smoother for Moroten to just sit back, play his game, and do whatever the hell he's going to do. And whatchamacallit, and not have his time wasted because you have 2 players playing in tight, taking a million years to do their combat moves, right? All right, so we have an issue down here, but this is okay. We have onagers, so we'll see what happens next turn. I'm going to do my classic civilian body block, which is always fun, with my excess scouts. So my scouts are going to come in handy here. I'm not even going to bother putting the guys on the coast. I'm just going to put a scout here and a scout here and giggle. Everybody's got to learn this lesson at least once. So yeah, this is officially a 2v1, at least certainly in terms of combat. I've never been in this situation before. So it's going to be really fun to try and puzzle this out. I definitely think retreating is the answer here. Mostly, I just kind of wanted to make this happen. I wanted to see what Babylon's response would be here. Spears obviously makes a bunch of sense. That's fine. I don't really mind the spear situation. Especially because in about 12 turns, I'm going to have a bunch of ballista to work with. Of course, on this flatland plain, I will have to deal with the Hittites as an issue. But it does look like he's staging the majority of his army down here, which I can delay. Oh, I don't know why I'm building an inquiry in the cap. I was going to rush this with training, but then things got out of hand. So, what would be fun? What would be fun? Well, actually, maybe I've rushed this out eventually. Babylon is still weaker and naive. Moroten is similar, however, and Moroten is close to 7 laws. So Moroten's the one to worry about. Babylon is the one I can bully. But now, these days, I cannot bully Babylon without dealing with Moroten. So, all right, yep, we have an attack here from the Babylonians. Hopefully I'll be able to escape. I did kind of gum up the works here, but it does look like he's going to go for some forced marches to secure some units. So I killed one spear, and I lost 4 units in response. That is not ideal. What I want to try and see if I can do, I won't be too risky with this, but I want to see how many spears I can kill. And if I can kill this heavy. And I'd love, 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 love to get another civilian body blocker right here. So I don't know where my nearest civilian is. Maybe I force march this disciple. I'm inclined to suggest that I take out Babylon first. But step 1 is ensure that he can't make landfall. That's step 1. Yeah, step 1, ensure he doesn't make landfall. Step 2, see if I can body block this. Step 3, see how many spears I can kill, and if I can kill if I can kill, I would need to kill 4 spears, I think. Nice. We'll definitely take the stone. Definitely take the civics. Oh, what? I'm a moron. I'm a moron. I'm a moron. I'm actually going to lose some more stuff because I want to enlist that heavy chariot. So I might bait him into staying in this match. Although we have rivers here, actually. So time to use rivers, gentlemen. No, step 1 is make sure he doesn't make landfall. Damn it. Boop! Ahoy there! Does he have a fire ship? He doesn't. Great. And unlimber you. And kind of want to civic rush you, but I'm not going to because I want to make sure I can enlist something if I need to. All right, so. Now. What we need to do is make sure that we don't mess up zone of control situations. Which we already did, so we're off to a great start. Back you off, kill you. Now, do you have amphibious? No, you do not. You still do 9 damage, you do 3. Okay, so that's not ideal. Still. It's not a camel meta if you don't use your camels. 5-5. Doop. Whoop. Shit. Rounding errors, man. What's with the rounding errors? I guess I'll toss in some trash for this kill. I don't mind losing warriors here. I'll lose a warrior. I'll kill a spear. Still need to ensure that I kill more. Another spear. Am I going too hard on this? Ooh, flanking. I'm down with that as an idea. In fact, boop. Boop. Okay. How do I want to do this? Oh, now he likes flanking. Yeah. Get myself a horse band here, I guess. And onager here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't move my onager up. Well, I'll get you closer to move up. Shit, my bad. That's fine. Again, this is probably one of the reasons where I lose some fights, but I'm actually fine putting units in harm's way because it's kind of like I want them to keep fighting me, you know? It's very important that I keep them in the battle. Did I forget to put you on a unit? Oh, well, yeah. Unless you're dumb and you forget to put somebody on a unit and instead take this random Horsebane promotion. That's half the reason why I launched this attack was because I wanted to put my Zealot on this, and now I can't because I don't even have the order anyway, even if I could do that. We'll bet an onager down here just in case, and weep 1,000 tears. And we also didn't get our civilian body block, but whatever. We got camels. It's camel time. It's camel time. Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, don't I have... Where is it? All right, it's camel throaty time. Let's see if I can hear these. All right, the middle one's good. Yeah, forest camel's coming in handy. It's gonna do... I mean, he can still kill it. Is that amphibious? No. Oh, he just did 5 damage anyways because 5 damage is 5 damage. Yep. How much is it to rush this? 270? That'll bring me down to 3 something. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, no, not quite. Not quite okay. Counts for you? Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because I can't assign my Zealot next turn and then enlist, so whatever. Ha-ha! Burn those orders, buddy. Oh, I actually don't want to forget that I want Revelation, because that's another 4 orders. So maybe I don't worry about enlist right now, and instead I just get that. Who else can get me something that I want? I guess I'll have to wait on this onager. There we go. By the way, maybe I should be taking this situation more seriously. Moroten's now similar. Babylon's still weaker. But I'm under no illusion that I'm actually going to be able to win a 2 versus 1 war. Maybe if I back off and take it a little bit more seriously, that will happen. But I mean, I don't know. It's not, and what I mean by that is, it's like, yeah, I can try to skirmish and get kills, but I'm basically fighting. It's not even the amount of units I'm worried about. I'm worried about orders. I'm basically fighting 2 order economies right now, which is really tricky. Which is going to be really tricky to puzzle out. But I do like that we're out in the open here, so I think I will back off for now and see if they advance against me. And then it would be lovely to enlist the heavy chariot. 5 turns in hydraulics. I don't really have a god of... Well, I mean, I guess up here is some decent hydraulic locations. Hill, River. Yeah, man, this is going to be a training powerhouse. That's incredible. I still don't even have officers here, and it's already at 32 training per turn. I could do 4 turn light chariots. Getting that up in culture would be nice. Moroten is at 7 laws. That is an issue. Okay, that's an issue. The Egyptian Empire could fall. The Egyptian Empire could fall. I am close to 7 laws. I'm at 6. So what am I missing? I'm missing doctrine would be amazing, even though I already have the temples, but orthodoxy would just be incredible. Citizenship would also be a decent grab, I guess. I think that would be what? Another... Where the hell are my laws? What is happening? That would be another 3 orders per turn, and I really don't want to take the time to polytheism around, to be honest, even though I know the Heliopolis is in the game, but screw it. Someone else can get it. That's fine. 24 turns to legendary. I have to imagine that he's pretty close. Oh, he's already legendary. There you go. Nice. Legendary in 70 turns. Classic. No, all good. I mean, that's the thing. That's how you go. No. All good. That's how you win. That's how you win. Oh, I thought that was Moroten again. I was like, how the hell does he still have orders? Jesus Christ. All right. Babylon's still weaker, which is nice. If Babylon becomes similar, I think I end up having a problem. But I think I could take both of them. Great. He just moved a bunch of units. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, so we got to back off here. For now, which is fine. Yeah, I mean, this is what you're supposed to do. It's a 3-player game. It will inevitably devolve, I think, into some version of a 2v1 in any situation, because as soon as one player starts winning, it's in the best interest of both of other players to try to stop that, unless you're just legit just sitting back playing a builder game the entire time. But when you have one player who builds up a solid empire and launches an attack on the other player who has the most victory points in the game and a bunch of wonders, decently good wonders, well, you're not going to just sit back and... My doomed character is still alive, by the way. My doomed original queen. Oh, there she goes. Oh. I don't want to do this ambition, but I might as well, I guess. I'm going to attack this ship. Unlimber that. Check on a rush over here. Check on my politics. Politics is less than ideal, but fine. 400 civics. What did I say I was doing 400 civics for? I could get another 10 science per turn or 4 orders per turn. I'm actually not unsure of what I want to do here, so I will back you up. I'll back you up into the woods and heal up. And there's got to be a mountain for you to sit on somewhere, right? A hill, rather. Do that. Continue to chop. 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 Put you on limbered. Put you on limbered. And then continue to chop. 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 What's going on up here? Onager in 1 turn. Hydraulics in 4 turns. Which means I can build an urban building, but I don't want it to take 5 turns. So I guess I'll just build a range or barracks right there. Oh, shit. I have a builder there. It would have taken 4 turns on the hill, too. Shit. Well, whatever. I don't care if it's out of position. It's just 0.1 order. Light chariot coming on soon. Oh, yes. Assigning my zealot. Dear God, man. Don't forget. I want my zealot on a thing. Don't want to lose track of what's happening here. Get a range. I'm having some econ issues here. Negative 229 gold per turn is not ideal. So the question I have is, I wonder if he comes for me, to be honest. I wonder if they, not even he, well, I wonder if they come for me. Fill this guy up. So the question I have is, do I want more orders or do I want more science? I feel like I just want more orders. I mean, hydraulics is going to get me a bunch of science, so we'll just do more orders right now. That's another 4 science. Great. Sorry, 4 orders. I feel like Onagers down here is probably smart. Although if he gets his chariots onto land, that is going to hurt a bunch. I just realized that all he needs is a fire ship to push this out of the way, and I'm going to learn my own lesson. That's not ideal. All right, we'll see how it goes. A fire ship is going to suck if he has one down here. That just occurred. Of course, those things always occur to you when you have 0 orders left. And that's the difference between playing in Cloud, by the way. Although this game, even in Cloud, is not playing Undo. But when you have more time to think, you make better decisions. And of course, if Undo is available... Oh, shit. I'm going to lose another scout. My poor scouts. Maybe I kill some workers. Just for giggles. I mean, yeah, ballistas are gross. Ballistas are gross. Heavy chariots are going to be not so great time to deal with those, though. And he does have a strong city. He does have 7 laws, so eventually Moroten's going to have an 8 strength unit, which is fun. I mean, I have my answer with the camels. But that only works so much. Yeah. I mean, I guess the camels work. Maybe I'll churn out a couple camels just in case. Must be nice to have friends. I just need to get my food economy, not my wood economy up, and I have a easy ambition here. I guess I'm not going to finish this ambition. There were no strong wonders left. I dropped the ball on that. Moroten. Oh, wow, he is. He's coming for it. That's great. That shocks me. He must have been able to see that onager now. Maybe he didn't before. Oh, I really hope he doesn't get the horseman, though. I suppose it's fine if he does. Oh, yeah, this is dumb because he's going to route into this with his heavy. And then he's going to be in the woods. But then I'll just enlist his heavy in the woods. So I guess... Wait! Oh, shit! Ah, sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Now I don't have the civics to enlist. Because I adopted Revelation. But that's okay. That's okay. We make mistakes. We make mistakes. Wow, he's really coming for me. Fun. That's another one. 2 heavy chariots. Well, you're out in the open. So I can kill you. Camels, camels, camels! Oh, I shouldn't have stayed for the second round, but that's all right. Well, not really. The mistake was continuing to forget to put my zealot on the throne. Not the throne, but on a unit so I could enlist. That was the real issue. I do need to stop handing him route chains, though. Another onager coming up. As long as I rush out a ballista, I think I'll shred some stuff pretty nicely if they really keep these infantry. I just need to survive up there for 4 turns. The boat has backed off, which is lovely. That is lovely. Time to take a moment to dip into colonies. Next turn. Well, I don't have the civics for it. Never mind. Why am I building this? What do I need to build that's better? Archers is better. I'm not going to rush this anytime soon. Or just a shitload of militia. That's fun. Manors nearby. Militia spam. 1 turn militias indefinitely, 39 points. Yeah, screw it. Because then they'll turn into a bunch of conscripts later. Literally, I can research manor next. It's 600 science. So that's going to be like, I don't know, 8 turns. Ish. Something like that. Well, when I research it, so it'll be like 12 or 13 turns. I just spam a bunch of militia and then mass upgrade them with the 0 training that I have. Pivot into steel, get training boost. All sorts of fun, quirky options to do. I probably want to pull my fleet back, though. Because eventually he's going to have a second trireme and he's just going to come up and hurt me. So. Pull the fleet back. That's step 1. He's coming. He's coming. They're all coming for me. That's fun. That's... Oh, get out of the fucking woods. See, this is 100% why I was clear chopping, by the way. This would have been a way worse situation if there were woods all over this place. Interesting. I mean, they might have. How viable is a mass conscript mid-game strat? I don't know. Seems to work out for me when it works out for me. I mean, think of it this way. How long would it take me to build a warrior? 2 turns? How long would it take me to build a archer? 3 turns? I don't know. All of these can effectively be unpromoted spearmen in like 10 turns. So I can basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not again, not 10 turns. Probably like if I can do 1 militia per turn indefinitely, right? Then by the time I get manor, I basically have, call it like, I don't know, 15, 20 unpromoted spearmen. Does that work? I have no idea. Is it cool? Yep. Have I won games with sort of kind of doing that? Yes. Can it be a waste of time? Also, yes. Really depends on the pace of your opponent. The fact that Moroten has 7 laws. Well, that's the other thing. I don't even have phalanx yet, so that's the other thing, right? So I could be doing this with warriors instead, but that's consuming iron, which of course I have plenty of iron. But iron could also be money for me. So maybe I don't want to consume iron yet. How do I want to handle this? I want to kill spears. I'm going to move up. I'm going to panic you. And we're not going to be able to onager fire you because that sucks. I'm going to onager fire you. I might lose one of these cities, to be honest. It's tricky. I don't want to keep losing camels, to be honest. The loss of the camels is kind of infuriating me. I'm just going to get it routed again by Hattie up here. Shit. Well, I'll worry about that in a second, but I'm going to send him. That's the other reason why I want conscripts is that this will get me the free longbow, get me closer to Bodkin. That's the other thing. I'd rather be spamming slingers to mass upgrade into longbowmen than spamming warriors to upgrade into spears. So that's another reason why I like it, by the way. Thank God Moroten, Alephrone is still weaker than me. Another thing I need to do is pop into colonies. No, I can't because I don't have that fucking civics. Shit. Let's see. Slingers would be useful, so move up some of these slingers. Especially now that I have the zealot fatigue available to me. Might as well do this now. Okay. Get this guy in a build queue. And I don't know, how much is he gonna, how much do we think he's actually gonna be able to kill that whole city? Is the real question. You there. Pop you there. and have a bad turn, I guess. Light chariots probably be more useful at this current stage because I need fast damage. Wasting the turn on the unlimber is annoying, although maybe an archer would be better. I don't really care about the spear counter attack damage, to be honest. 3 turns on hydraulics. So mostly, oh, that's the thing that all my metal's going to go to, by the way, too, is a metric shit ton of ballista. I need to be mindful of that. Very interesting. This is a lot of fun. I've never fought in 2 people at once before. I've never fought 2 people at once before, so this is very, very, very exciting. What I think... Yeah, perhaps I should have just built up a little longer, but, you know, that's classic. That's classic. I definitely wanted to test the response to the anchor situation. But I did kind of throw away a handful of units without really killing too much. How many units have I killed? Oh, I mean, I guess I can't track from enemy opponents. I've only killed a few spears, really. 3 or 4 spears, and I think I've probably lost 7 or 8 units. All right, looks like we're backing off. All right. Peace in the land for now. That's good news for us. It would be kind of funny to hunt down and punish Babylon further. I mean, what would be really funny is to see if I could just straight up blitz Babylon, but I suppose he would see that coming. Can come up and pillage these nets, that'll be fun. Just cuz. Owning the city would have been great. I probably should have just went with the fun idea of blitzing Hatay. Looks like we would have had some nice corridors in here to put forts and stuff. And that was my main worry. I didn't initially, I don't think I had scouted it yet, so I didn't quite know how open this was. And I wasn't sure if I really wanted to start a war with the Hittites, but with the 5 or so camels that I had at the time and the horse archer, the horsemen that I just lost, I probably would have been able to do that quite easily. And it would have been harder for Babylon. I think attacking Babylon was unwise because it's easier for the Hittites to wake up and defend Babylon than it would have been for the Babylonians to wake up and defend the Hittites. Is that a lesson for the future? A bit of a overextending on my part here. It would have actually, in hindsight, even though I was thinking about wonders and points, it actually would have been smarter to take out the Hittites early. Because Babylon wouldn't have been able to do shit about it. Even if they did try to send units down here, I could have just crushed them on the open plain. And then with naval supremacy, I guess, crossed here. Alrighty, that's exciting. Exciting times. Well, I'm definitely going to need something anti-route to protect onagers too, by the way. So with Hittites looming over me, I'm not going to be able to just flex my onager siege into Babylon either. All right, we're going to be ending this session here. So that's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the intrigue and kind of goings on of a 3-player game. Didn't make the best decisions here, tactically speaking. Probably threw away some advantage. But of course, it's still a 3-player game. So I suppose if the ecosystem switches to the Hittites or to the Babylonians, maybe perhaps in the future we'll see an Egyptian-Babylonian or Egyptian-Hittite alliance forming to try and stop some point thresholds from winning the game. Anything could happen. I think that's one of the intriguing ideas around these FFAs, is that alliances and non-aggression pacts can shift. So lots of it. I still think I'm in a pretty decent position, but the Hittites worry me now, mostly because I think, I mean, I guess they're both naive, so maybe my science will be fine. So maybe I just mega city this. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't need these now. Maybe instead I get, yeah, I'll just build more science here, like in classic fashion. Lovely. So if you've been watching, you've watched me waste about 7 turns of this city's build queue. So there's that efficiency that everybody's looking for from, you know, I'm not claiming I'm this, but for some reason people seem to think I'm in the top 1% of people who play this game. But then I do things like spam militia and, you know, waste build queues and fight 2 front wars that I can't win. So I hope you enjoy the best play style ever. Oh. And the Hittites have completed their wonder. Maybe next time. Okay, cool. Prosperous. Thanks for joining the stream. I mean, I got 50 orders per turn, so I think maybe also Orthodoxy is a very, very strong grab here. Let's see what I want to do now that I have some breathing room. I think I want to get... I think, you know, I don't have enough quarries. 26 stone per turn is abysmal. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to quarry spam. We're going to flatland quarry spam right here with any worker that's nearby. Let's do this. Let's go. Quarry as many orders as I can human possibly spend. Any worker in the vicinity, in the region. No? Okay, great. Awesome. Fantastic. That solves that sort of for now. Put a hamlet here. Maybe I can get lucky and start urbaning along the coast. What else is happening? More quarries. Yep, more quarries is happening. Onager. Right there. More quarries. More, every single... This is what I do, by the way. I'm going to show you this again. I talk about this on the streams, but what is my issue? It's turn 73. I'm making 26 orders per turn. I have 2,000 iron, even though I am making only 76, but 2,000 iron, 1,700 food with a whopping 143 income, right? Decent wood stockpile. My wood could be better too, but we're going to resolve that in a bit now. So what did I just do? I took what are... Yeah, literally look at this. I took 12 of my 13 workers, 11 of my 13 workers, and every single one of them just built a quarry this turn. Do the math on that. This is like a 10 stone quarry. And even this flat land out here, this is 5, but these are all going to buff each other. So these are all going to be about 7 stone. So in 3 turns, I'm going to go from 26 stone per turn to well over 100 easier. Top 1% of opinion providers. That's fine. That's funny. Yeah, so that's the thing I do. If I get a breathing room like this, and I have all my workers are idle or whatever, and I notice, I take an economy assessment and I say, you know what, stone is a problem. Let's solve that. And I don't care. I know I need I need a stronghold down here. I know that. I need I could use some barracks and stuff down here. All of that is true, but no. Every single one of my workers stops and builds the quarry, because then I can go back to not thinking about it for the next 30 or 40 turns. But anyway, that's the last of that. This guy can chill here. Oh, I can actually build monasteries now. Whoops, I dropped the ball on that. So let's do that, because we have some nice grove situations happening. So we'll actually pop over here and get a monastery started, which is nice. And I don't know, what else do I want to do with one more order? One more order. Do anybody have a promotion that I want to do? Oh, I'm getting fired on. So I guess I'll back this guy off. Call it a day. All right, done. Thanks, fellas. All right, and that's our stream for the day. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope if you were watching after the fact on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this interesting insight into FFA. I have not. This is only like the 3rd or 4th free-for-all game I've ever played, so I'm by no means an expert. Certainly some interesting action. And yeah, I hope everybody had fun. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hop on the Old World Discord, and we can chat about stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you all later.